Did everyone just get screwed by the $5.3 billion lawsuit that NAR just lost in the state of Missouri? Hi, my name is Angela Toller. I'm your Metro Denver realtor. In case you didn't hear the news earlier this week, NAR and several real estate companies just lost a lawsuit in the state of Missouri because they felt that the compensation and the way it was done for buyers and sellers agents wasn't fair and kept prices artificially high. I want to go ahead and talk about what this means for you as buyers and sellers. This lawsuit could mean a lot of trouble for a lot of people, and it's not the people you think. So this lawsuit has been billed as, it's going to level the playing field and cause real estate agents to drop their fees. And yes, you may see some changes in how we do our fees, how we charge for things, and how we outline it and describe it in our different documents across the different states. However, in the state of Colorado, we have a very solid buyer's agency agreement in which we outline everything we're going to do for the buyer, and we come to an agreement on the price that the buyer is going to have us paid. And we have a seller's agreement in which the seller and their real estate agent come to an agreement on what the seller's agent is going to do for the seller, what the seller needs to do, how much the seller agent is going to get paid, and how much co-op commission is going to get paid over to the buyer's side. And in Colorado, you've always had the choice of doing zero. Granted, the MLS system did make it much easier for us to select it. They've now made it a button that we can click rather than having to type in 0%. But they've made that process much easier for us. What this means, though, to you as a buyer is the following. You can't roll the commissions into your current loan right now because they're considered a closing cost. So it's extra money you have to bring to the closing table. It means that you may now need to start actively negotiating how much commission the seller is going to pay your agent so that you don't have to bring that money to closing. The next thing it means is that you may start at the advice of your agent or on your own, offering less money on homes to be able to cover the commission that you're paying for. The last thing that it means is that we may have a slew of home buyers who now choose to be unrepresented. Yes, I said unrepresented. I'm not talking about the agent on the other side is working for you. I'm talking about the agent on the other side has you sign a document saying that you are a customer and a customer only, and they represent the seller. You have no representation, you have no one to negotiate on your behalf, and you have no one to make sure that everything is compliant. So that's what it means to you as a buyer. What does it mean to you as a seller here in Colorado? Well, it means that your home sale prices may actually end up dropping because sellers are no longer going to bake the total commission into what they're paying over. So they may decide that they're just going to take 6% right off the top. And yes, I'm making that number up. It's one of the biggest numbers we see for commission, so that's the one I'm using. They may decide to take 10% off the top. So you may end up as a seller getting lower offers across the board on your property. And unfortunately, this may mean that home prices across all of Colorado may come down some. The next thing that it means for you as a seller is that if homeowners have less money for down payment, if home buyers have less money for down payment, there are going to be fewer home buyers that qualify to buy your place because they have to keep money in reserve to be able to pay their real estate agent out of pocket. Lastly, the unrepresented buyer scenario. So you may have buyers show up who want to buy your house, and your agent ends up taking them on as customers and filling out the paperwork and doing both sides of the process. So if they're not going to get paid, chances are your agent's actually going to negotiate a slightly higher fee up front to make sure that they get compensated for that extra work and for allowing you to have an unrepresented buyer purchase your home. These are all things that nobody has discussed when they've talked about this process. The last thing and this is one thing that I really hope does come to fruition, is that lending laws will get changed. So right now, the way lending laws are set up, agent fees are considered part of the closing cost, and as such they cannot be rolled into the home loan. And because they can't be rolled into the home loan, if sellers are no longer going to offer a co-op commission, that means the buyer's got to come up with the money out of pocket, and this is going to reduce the overall number of home buyers. However, across the United States, the goal has been for many, many decades to get as many people into homes as can qualify, and to make qualifying for those home buying programs as easy as possible. Now, they don't just give money away for free, and no, not everybody qualifies, but to make it as easy as possible within reason. So one of the ways that they could do that going forward is by making changes to lending legislation that allows for those costs to be rolled in. That's really all I have. I hope you've enjoyed this content, and I hope you have a fabulous day.